The human teen steps into the galactic martial arts arena, and the moment he crosses the threshold, a wave of cold, luminous air settles against his skin like a silent challenge. The arena stretches outward in every direction, a vast bowl of hovering stone platforms and suspended practice rings, each one drifting on invisible currents of energy. The walls shimmer with slow-moving patterns that resemble constellations breathing gently in the darkness above and around him. Alien students gather, in clusters, their bodies shaped by worlds he has never seen, some tall and thin like glass towers, some broad and heavy with chitin that glints like armored knight, and some floating weightless on translucent membranes that pulse softly. They all turn toward him, as if pulled by the same silent gravity. Whispers begin to ripple across the arena, carried by curious voices that shift between tones, clicks, rumbles, and soft, chiming sounds. The human teen hears fragments of those murmurs, even if he tries not to. Humans are fragile, humans are slow, humans break easily, humans should not be here. He walks forward anyway, each step a steady beat, like a promise to himself, though his heart trembles beneath the weight of so many eyes. The arena floor responds to his presence by glowing faintly beneath his feet, sending soft waves of blue light across the polished surface, as if acknowledging an unexpected guest. Some alien students laugh outright, their bodies shaking in ways familiar or utterly strange, and the sound of their amusement rises into the air like a chorus of doubt. One creature with spiraling horns gestures toward him, its voice carrying an exaggerated concern, as if warning the others that the newcomer might collapse under the pressure of the first simple warm-up drill. Another student with crystalline limbs mimics a slow, stumbling movement, causing several classmates to burst into bright, shimmering laughter. Yet, even as the teen feels the sting of every mocking sound, he lifts his gaze toward the highest platform, where the instructors often watch, and he lets himself breathe slowly, deliberately letting the noise fade into a distant hum. He remembers why he came, the long journey across star lanes, the training he carried out in secret, the quiet strength he forged in places where no one believed in him. He does not bow his head, he does not shrink back. Instead, he keeps walking further into the arena, knowing that every step forward is a refusal to be shaped by their expectations, and every heartbeat is a reminder that he chose to stand among them no matter what they think he can or cannot do. Laughter swells through the arena as the human teen steps deeper into the open training space, and the alien students close ranks in loose circles around him, their movements casual yet charged with sharp interest. The sounds they make vary wildly, some clicking their mandibles in amusement, some releasing soft rippling echoes that pass through the air like mocking waves, some producing low rumbles that vibrate against the floor beneath his feet. Every voice carries the same message, that a human does not belong in a galactic martial arts class, and certainly not in one known for producing the fiercest warriors in the sector. The whispers grow more pointed as he moves, the crowd parting just enough to let him through. Humans cannot handle true kinetic forms. Humans lose balance under low gravity shifts. Humans faint from pressure waves. Humans should stay on their quiet little world where nothing dangerous ever happens. The words sting not because they are true, but because they are spoken with such easy confidence by those who have never seen what he endured. In silence, a small cloister of avian-shaped students hop closer, their wings folding in tight arcs against their sides as they tilt their heads with quick, sharp motions. They study him the way predators evaluate prey, not with cruelty but with certainty. He senses their amusement, but also their disbelief, as if trying to determine how a human even survived the entrance trials, much less earned a place in a class meant for advanced fighters. A pair of luminous-eyed amphibian beings exchange glances, their skin pulsing with color that signals excitement. Their voices rise in a bubbling rhythm as they predict how soon he will stumble during the evaluation drills. Perhaps in the very first stance sequence, the teen lets the noise wash over him without letting it take root. He breathes slowly, grounding himself, recalling hours upon hours spent pushing against the limits of his own body. He reminds himself that the doubts of others cannot dictate what he knows he can do, and he stands quietly at the edge of the training ring, waiting for the moment he can prove every whisper wrong. The instructor descends from an upper platform, metal plates shifting across their massive frame with a sound like distant thunder, and every alien student straightens at once. As if pulled upright by an unseen force, the instructor towers above them all, their bodies shaped from interlocking segments that glow faintly with inner fire, and their many Faceted eyes sweep across the class, before settling on the human Tina. Hush falls over the arena, the whispers thinning into a tense, shimmering quiet as the instructor gestures for the teen to step forward. The aliens watch with barely restrained excitement, their bodies leaning and their luminous eyes widening, eager to witness what they believe will be a brief and predictable moment of humiliation. The teen moves with steady steps, feeling the weight of their attention, yet refusing to let it slow him. The instructor studies him from head to foot with a gaze that seems to measure more than muscles or height. They sense hesitation, determination, hidden strength, and perhaps even a spark of something rarely found in newcomers. After a long silent moment, the instructor signals toward the central sparring ring, a wide circular platform suspended by nothing but a haze of drifting energy particles. The alien students shift and press closer, forming a half circle around the ring, some eager for spectacle, some hungry for entertainment, some simply curious about how a human will fare beneath the scrutiny of a master instructor. The teen steps onto the glowing platform, feeling it hum beneath his feet like a living pulse. He lifts his chin, meeting the gaze of the towering instructor, ready for whatever challenge is about to begin. The human teen closes his eyes for a brief moment, letting the noise of the arena fade into a distant thrum as he pulls strength from old memories. He recalls the quiet forests of his home world, where he trained alone, beneath drifting leaves and silver moonlight, repeating forms until his muscles burned and his breath turned to fire. He remembers the vow he made to himself on nights when doubt tried to suffocate him, the promise that he would rise beyond the limits others placed on him. When he opens his eyes, the ring feels different, no longer a trap, but a familiar space where discipline is all that matters. His body falls naturally into the stance he practiced countless times, legs steady, spine aligned, hands relaxed but ready. The mocking crowd becomes nothing more than background noise, like wind across old training fields. His heart beats with calm purpose, each pulse a reminder that strength built in silence runs deeper than strength built in pride. Across from him, the alien challenger shifts, eagerly preparing to strike, while the instructor watches with unwavering focus. The teen breathes once more, and waits, knowing that the moment he has prepared for all his life is about to be. Tall-spined alien steps forward from the crowd, its movements sharp and confident, as though every joint is built for speed. The creature volunteers with a low, growling laugh that ripples through the nearby students and sparks another round of eager whispers. It approaches the ring, its shadow stretching long across the glowing floor, and the energy field brightens as it enters, signaling the start of an official challenge. The spined alien circles the human teen, studying him with eyes like slits of burning amber. It radiates certainty that this fight will be quick, that this match will end with the human on the ground. Within moments, the crowd shifts outward, forming a wider circle around the ring, some floating upward for a better view, others crouching low, their attention locked on the two fighters. The teen remains still, allowing his breath to settle and his center to steady. His training threads through him like a quiet current, reminding him of every motion repeated in hidden practice, every drill and every fall that shaped his discipline. He watches the spined alien without tension, reading the rhythm of its steps, the twitch of its claws, the flicker of anticipation in its shoulders. The alien raises its arms, signaling its readiness, and the arena hums. In response, a wave of excitement travels through the students as they prepare to witness what they believe will be the humans' swift defeat. But the teen does not bend to their expectations. He stands calm, unmoved, waiting for the moment the match begins, for the moment he will show them all what a human can truly do. The match begins with a tremor of energy that ripples across the training ring as the spined alien steps forward, ready to strike, and the human teen lowers his center of gravity, feeling the floor pulse beneath his feet. The arena lights brighten in a single wave, casting long streaks of gold and violet across the air, and for a breathless moment the crowd leans in as one, eager to witness what they assume will be a brief and predictable fight. The spined alien bears a grin, its ridged jaw snapping with confidence as it lunges forward, its limbs slicing through the air with practiced precision, meant to overwhelm the newcomer instantly. But the teen does not meet the attack head-on. Instead, he shifts sideways with a motion so fluid, it seems to blur the edges of his body, leaving only a faint trail of motion behind him. The crowd gasps as they struggle to follow the movement, for it is not simply fast, it is deliberate and sharply controlled. revealing a mastery built on countless, silent hours of training. The spined alien stumbles for half a beat, confused by the empty space where its target should have been, and the teen takes advantage of the moment, twisting his body into a sweeping motion that redirects the alien forward. Using its own force against it, shock ripples outward from the audience. As they watched the human execute techniques, they assumed he was incapable of movements that require awareness, balance, and a deep connection to the rhythm of the fight. The teen keeps his breathing even as he circles his opponent, reading the subtle shifts of weight and intention in the alien stance. The spined alien charges again, this time faster, frustrated by being outmaneuvered by someone it believed beneath even basic skill. Yet again, the teen moves at the exact moment needed, slipping past the attack like water flowing around stone before delivering a controlled strike to the alien's side. The hit lands cleanly, sending the alien reeling backward, and the air vibrates with stunned disbelief from every watching corner. Some students blink rapidly, trying to understand how the human anticipated the attack, while others whisper in confusion, wondering where such precision could have come from. The teen remains steady, calm, unwavering as his training guides every motion inch by inch. He is not fighting to humiliate his opponent, nor to impress the gathered crowd. He is fighting to show that he belongs. The spined alien attempts one last desperate charge, but the teen has already read its path, and in a single decisive movement he brings the opponent to the floor. The arena falls silent as the alien lies stunned, and the human teen stands alone in the center of the ring, bathed in the glow of victory he has earned through discipline, patience, and unshakable resolve. The spined alien collapses to the arena floor, motionless for a heartbeat that stretches and twists the air into a stunned silence. The human teen stands perfectly still, chest rising and falling slowly, his body humming with the last echoes of his sudden movement around him. The alien students freeze, their eyes wide, mouths open in shock and disbelief. They had expected a long fight filled with spectacle and struggle, but instead, the human had moved with such blinding speed and flawless precision that the outcome was decided before any of them could even react. Whispers vanish into nothing, replaced by a heavy, tense quiet, the kind that presses against the ribs and leaves the lungs tight with anticipation. The arena itself seems to hold its breath, the hovering platforms pulsing faintly as if acknowledging the impossible feat they have just witnessed. A low murmur begins at the edges of the crowd of aliens, first one, then another, shifting through the room, carrying fragments of awe and disbelief. Humans can move like that. Humans can strike with that timing. Humans can survive and win. In 13 heartbeats, eyes follow the teen as he walks slowly toward the edge of the ring, each step measured, calm, and full of the quiet authority of someone who has already conquered the challenge. The spined alien still lies on the floor, blinking and struggling to comprehend the speed and skill that toppled him. The other students begin to stir, some lowering their heads in grudging respect to others, exchanging glances filled with questions about what they thought they knew about humans. The instructor rises above the crowd, his body gleaming and shifting as he steps forward, the presence radiating power and judgment. His gaze lands on the teen, and the black belt, glowing faintly in the light of the arena, seems to call for recognition. The murmurs of the crowd swell and twist into a mixture of astonishment and reverence as everyone waits silently to see what will happen next. And the human teen stands, unmoving, strong and victorious, in the center of the arena, forever changing what it means to be human among the stars. The instructor rises above the crowd, his towering form shifting and shimmering with colors that no human eyes could name. The energy around him hums with authority, and every alien student falls silent, knowing that this moment is more than a simple ceremony. The human teen remains at the center of the arena, his chest still rising and falling with controlled breaths and a quiet confidence that radiates outward across the space. The crowd leans forward, their bodies tense with anticipation, waiting to see if the instructor will recognize the feat that none of them could have expected. Slowly, the instructor extends a massive hand toward the teen, and the black belt materializes in a swirl of light and energy. Suspended between the two like a glowing promise of honor and recognition, the arena pulses, as if responding to the presence of the belt, every platform and every floating ring reflecting the sudden intensity of the moment. The aliens who had mocked the human now stare in disbelief, some lowering their heads in respect, others exchanging glances filled with a mix of wonder and fear. The teen steps forward without hesitation, reaching out to take the glowing black belt, and the instant his fingers touch it, a faint shock of energy ripples across the arena. His body feels lighter, faster, and somehow more complete, as if the belt was not just a symbol but a key to unlocking something that had always been inside him. The instructor inclines his head slightly, a gesture of respect, and the crowd erupts, not in laughter but in an overwhelming wave of astonished approval. The whispers of doubt are gone, replaced by murmurs of admiration, and the human teen stands at the center of the galactic martial arts arena, forever recognized as a warrior who earned what no one believed he could in just 13 heartbeats. The alien students lower their heads in unison, a silent gesture of respect that stretches across species and shapes and sizes. The human teen stands at the center of the arena, black belt glowing faintly around his waist, a symbol of skilled determination and the refusal to be underestimated. The echoes of the previous mockery fade into nothing, leaving only a quiet hum of awe that fills the vast space above and below him. Whispers ripple through the crowd, but now they carry questions and wonder, not ridicule and doubt. Humans can move like that, humans can fight like that, humans can belong here. The teen feels the weight of their eyes on him, but instead of fear, he feels a steady calm, a recognition that he has changed the way they see his kind forever. He steps forward slowly, acknowledging the gesture of respect without a word, his presence speaking louder than any shout or demonstration could. The instructor watches from above, his form shimmering with pride and authority, and the other students begin to bow in sequence, some hesitant, others eager to show that they recognize the achievement that had seemed impossible just moments ago. The platforms pulse slightly, as if celebrating the human who proved that speed, precision, and focus could overcome prejudice and expectation in 13 heartbeats. The teen breathes deeply, letting the energy of the arena and the silent approval of the alien students fill him with quiet triumph. He does not gloat or boast, he only stands with the poise of someone who has faced every doubt and surpassed it. And in that moment, the Galactic Martial Arts Academy remembers the human who earned respect and honor where none expected it. And from that day forward, his story is told in whispers and cheers across the stars, a tale of courage, skill, and the power of refusing to be defined by what others believe.